But let's start with you in that Democratic poll we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. I think I may have mentioned TSU did the poll. It was Emerson and Nexstar doing it. Public poll shows Talarico ahead by 9. Days after that one came out, though, Jasmine Crockett comes out and says, no, my internal polls show I'm beating him by a lot, by 13.
Well, remember, Crockett had led the two previous polls in this race, the legitimate polls. This was an in-house poll by our campaign. They didn't even give us much of the details. They said they talked to about 1,000 people, and they didn't even tell us how the poll was conducted, what the questions were. So it's tough to tell how valid that is. You know, in general, Crockett's argument is that she is drawing out a lot of people who don't show up to the polls, who aren't regular voters, but will come out and vote for her. What that ignores is that she'll also draw out people to vote against her.
And can you tell yet, or can we tell yet, Matthew, who really has momentum, which of these two candidates?
I don't think so. It's really hard to pull primaries in Texas, particularly Democratic primaries, particularly where one candidate, well, really both candidates hasn't had a statewide presence in politics. A lot of people are still learning about these candidates. It's hard to say who will show up and who will not. So I think we're just going to have to see this play out for a little while before we really get a sense of who the strong favorite is, or if there is a strong favorite in this race.
And actually, one of the things that struck me is Talarico released some Spanish language ads. You know, Democrats have been accused of ignoring their Spanish language voters or Hispanic voters for a long time, but he's making a targeted effort, it looks like, to go after them.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, and we're seeing now another ad coming from the Talarico campaign while Congresswoman Crockett has not released any TV ads yet. I think that he shows some strong polling amongst the Latino community, but I think it's also worth noting that one poll that showed him leading is really an outlier, right? It doesn't fall in line with the other polling that we've seen. It doesn't necessarily, if you look at the numbers of how many people they talked to a very small number of voters. 100 of them said they weren't even likely to vote. So I think he definitely knows he has a long road ahead of him still, and that's why he's starting to spend all this money on these ads.
He's spending it early here, too.